music. We could. Along this road, let me know if y'all can hear me. Type in a 1. Y'all can hear me. It was a little jammed up, y'all, with some technical difficulties. So let me know if y'all can hear me. Try to slide this up a little bit. Like we did before. Man, my thing was so dark. All right, y'all. Let me know if y'all can hear me. Turn this sideways. Let's type in the number 1. Perfect. Still look a little dark to me. I think this one right here is a little off. And we had a few technical difficulties. So Salakia about that, y'all. Esau got to get his kingdom better. But no, he ruled the world. He got to make his kingdom better. He got his little technology. He need to work better. He called himself the ruler of the earth. Well, he got to do a better job than what he's doing. He's good at doing evil, but to do good, thou knowest not. We use the scripture on that. Everybody know how to be the baddest and the most evil villain, but to do good, you struggle with it. Struggling with doing good. Big shout out to all the sisters in Israel. All right, y'all, let's get into it. So the beginning connectors. Beginning connectors. We're gonna start there. And I'll put a video up on the Hebrew tongue, which I meant to switch the name to Holy Tongue. It's the Holy Tongue YouTube page, but for right now you can still type in Hebrew tongue. I did a lesson on the beginning connectors, meaning the beginning characters or letters that have word meanings. And because we did the tenses for the last few weeks, I thought it would be good to teach that in the class again, to teach this in the class again, all right? Only because it goes hand in hand, all right? So only because both of these go hand in hand. One is because once you learn the tenses, now you know how to say stuff in past, present, and future tense. But once you learn the actual connectors, which you're going to see all of these things being used together in the scriptures. That's how you form sentences. So that's what we're getting into now, forming sentences. All right? We're going to start with the beginning connectors, okay? Just like, for an example, just so y'all know what I'm saying, right? Characters. Y'all can actually write these down. Y'all can copy this. Okay? Y'all can copy this. Let me see if I can get this thing a little bit closer. I probably can't, but maybe I can or I can't. All right. Get the mic a little bit closer. I can jam the mic up. Hey, can you just check and see if the mic is back on? If it's on the right one, because I just knocked it out. So y'all can copy this. These are all the characters, or which we call letters. Which the world calls letters that have word meanings. Okay? All of these. This is the character A, Ba, Da, Ha, ka, la, ma, na, and ba. These characters have word meanings, what you would call word meanings. All right? So when you see these at the beginning of a root word, oh, Salaki, got one, sha. Sha, and the last ba. I think I just did sha last. I don't think I used tha on this one. Yeah, I did. You're not gonna put tha, because tha is more of a tense than a beginning connect. So sha. When you see these characters, you know. When you see these characters at the beginning of what's called a root word, which we're about to go into once we start the lesson, you'll know what it's saying. So, and I'm gonna give an example. I just want to give y'all, a little bit of time to write this down. I'm gonna give y'all an example, but of what I'm trying to say. Once everybody write this down. But right now, just giving y'all the second to get it. But once we start doing the lesson, you'll see. All right. If you ever read the scriptures in Hebrew, if you ever read the Tanakh or the Torah, you'll see a lot of words. But when these words start with some of these characters are not a part of the word, even though they're a part of the word. All right, so everybody, just giving everybody a second to get it down. Everybody, once y'all have this, Salaki, we came right up today, okay? I just wanted to check it online. So once we all have this, then we're gonna get into the lesson. And here's why it's so important, because after we do this next week, we're going to do the ending connectors, okay? And we're going to form sentences using the ending connectors. And then a week after that, give y'all some short phrases, things that we already have in school, all right? Cool. Type in your questions as well, Barzal. You can periodically check, see if there's any questions. I'm going to erase the board. So now let me give you an example. When I say these characters, they are part of the word, but they're not a part of the word, I'm going to give you an example. And just remember, our language is a slang language. It's literally a slang language. What the oppressor calls proper English is a slang language because it's not proper English. English that we speak in America is not proper English. It is a slang language. Or we speak in the slang of the language, which was English. All right? So now, to give you an example, right? Let me see. Thaba'a, the word thaba'a. Let's do that word. Okay, now I didn't use tha because it's a tense, but it is a tense that goes on the beginning of a root word. The word thaba'a in the Lord's Prayer, right? Just tha, ba, ah. Right, in the Lord's Prayer, remember, you got Abba Nawa, which is our Father. Shabbat Shemayim. Oh, that's the one I should have used. Should have used that one. We'll use that one next. Shabbat Shemayim, which art in heaven. Quadash, Hayah, holy, Hayah, be. Shamka, your name, Yahweh. Malak with Ka, meaning kingdom. All right, Malak with Ka, your kingdom. Taba'ah, your kingdom come. Your kingdom come. You might read this word as one word, and it is one word. But, well, it's actually two words, but it's written as one word. All right? Taba'ah. The root word is this right here, ba'ah. That ba'a comes from the root word bawa'a. Bawa'a, which means come, means enter, right? Enter in, right? Enter in, come in, you get it. All right, I just put it down. Come in, enter in, come, enter, entered in, came in. We understand, right? Bawa'a. So this is the root word right here. The character tha right here is a tense to say you will. Remember that? Remember we did the tenses? You will. Or in this case, the slang, your. It's matching this right here, which I'm about to put on the board. It says, Abanawa, Shabbat Shemayim, right? Our Father, which art in heaven. Quadash, holy, Hayah, be, Shemka, your name, Yahweh. This is the Lord's name. Balakwathka, your kingdom. Saba'ah, your kingdom come. Your kingdom come. Okay? But come in the future tense. So your kingdom in the future tense. Your kingdom come, future tense. Right? Remember, your will be done, our Father which art in heaven. Thy kingdom come, meaning future. Thy will be done in earth as it is in heaven. We want the Lord's kingdom to come, and that's what we pray for every day. Your kingdom come. So this thought is a tense, which is why I didn't put it in the beginning connectors. But it was a good example to use right here. Now let me give you an even better example than this, right? One from the actual connectors, from the actual beginning connectors. Since we're in the Lord's Prayer, we went right past it. Sha, ba, sha, ma, yo. Shaba, sha, ma, yo. Take a good look at this word, right? Sha, sha, ba, sha, ma, yo. Mashamayas. Okay? This is one word. It's written as one word. So I underline it right here. It's written as one word. Right? But, let me just erase it right here. Put it up. But it's not one word. Okay? First off, you got sha, then you got ba, okay? And then you have sha again, and then you have ma, and then you have yom. This is an excellent breakdown of the beginning connectors. Let me tell you why. The character sha, which we're going to go over, this is the character sha. You got the character ba. And you got the character sha again, but then you also have the character ma. All right? Sha is meaning that. Well, it actually means which first. So which, that, or pertaining to, which we're going to get to in a second. Pertaining, I think it's ing, so a lot of people spell that wrong. Pertaining to. Ba, meaning in this context. Ma, meaning of, or from. Let me tell you what this word is saying. Oh, so first let me get out the way so y'all can get this copy down. Let me tell you what this is saying. Abanawa, our Father, which, remember that or which, in this context is which in, and this is heaven. Shemayim is a word that means heaven. But the reason why I didn't just underline Shemayim all the way, because that word heaven is made up of two of these beginning connectors. Salakia, not ma in this case, right? Because the word water is mayim, so we got to take that away for this case. So you got Shah, and then you have mayim. Mayim is water. Which, or that, or pertaining to waters, plural. Waters, mayim. So pertaining to waters, which of waters, that of waters, all right? But in this case, from the word is pertaining to waters. The waters from above, separated from the waters from below, which is why this word is heaven. The word Shemayim is heaven. All right, what we call heaven, which is the waters above, which are separated from the waters below, which the firmament separates those waters. And then we got below the firmament, water. We got water below the firmament, which is our ocean, our rivers, but the firmament is water. Like below, the sky is considered waters. Doesn't rain come from the sky? It don't come from the goddamn planet Saturn and drop down to us. It come out the sky. The water from above, now I'm just giving you that as an example, is already considered waters. And then the waters above the firmament is heaven, what we call heaven, which is the universe. So pertaining to waters, okay? So that's heaven. But you got which in, I was about to put Bob. Good night. I was about to put the name of the character or the name of the letter. Which in heaven? Shabbat, Shemayim. Mayim is the root word, right? Oh, Salaki. Shemayim is actually the whole entire root word. That's the whole entire word. Because remember, Mayim by itself, this word Mayim is water. But then the word heaven is Shemayim. Right? Salaki. The word heaven is Shemayim. Heaven, and now you can extend the whole thing. Shemayim. So it's two words, but now, so you got the word water, and then you got the word heaven. From the word water, from the word water, we made the word heaven. Adam made the word heaven. Water, Shemayim, and then you have the two beginning connectors, Shah, Ba. Which in heaven, or which in pertaining to waters. All right? I'll put the S in parentheses because water is plural because it's a ton of water. Okay? That should be easy to understand. But in this context, it's also talking about the more than one water with the firmament and the heaven and all that stuff, right? So you got the one word water, and you got Shah added on to it, which made the word heaven. But then in the lowest prayer it says, which in heaven, Shabbat Shemayim, all right? Which in heaven, which in pertaining to water. So I thought that was good just to start with. to give you all an example of what I'm trying to say. So let's get into it. Let's go in order. We're going to start with the character I. Give everybody a second to put that down. We're going to start with the character I. So now let's get into the lesson. Y'all can type in y'all questions as well. And like I said, because we just did the tenses, I thought it was good for the entire class to look at these beginning connectors. Okay? Reason being is, you learn the tenses, you got the tenses down, but the first thing that you're going to identify in Hebrew is the connectors. They're going to be the easiest thing to identify because these are words. But they are words that, they are words that come from letters. Letter this means that. Letter this means that. Letter this means that. All right. So it's going to be the easiest to understand. And when you see it, give me, can you put this, can you type in blueletterbible.org and then go into Malachi chapter 1 and verse 3. We're going to read about when the Lord said he loved Israel and hated Esau. It's clear in the Bible what's being said because you can't deny it. You can't deny it once you learn the language. All right? So let's start with the first character. Character I. Character I. You see this character at the beginning of a root word, it means I, or it means I am. Okay? That's what it's saying. I or I am. The example that I gave for the character I, and I did it on my lesson online, on the YouTube channel, on the Hebrew tongue, I did a paria. A, pa, ra, yum. Tribe of a paria. I meaning I or I am. Par or para meaning fruit. And the yum is plural. This makes this word, instead of fruit, now it's fruitful, meaning plenty of fruit. It's plural. And the tribe of Ephraim does have a lot of babies. So you got that up there? All right, now let's visit this. Can you take those dots off for me? It should be a button on there where it says show something, whatever. I forget that what it's called. Show vowels. It is it's right above, should be right there. All right, show vowel points or whatever that is. That's the Yiddish garbage. Let's take that off of there. So I'm gonna get with y'all. Blue Letter Bible. All right. Where you at? Malachi 1 and 3, right? If I'm not mistaken. Let's just do. Okay. Something jammed up on there. I got so many tabs open, it's crazy. Malachi 1 and verse 3. I'm going to pull it up on the phone. So we can all read together. Y'all can see it right there. And you can see it right here as well. All right. What does verse 3 say? You see it. It's talking about Esau. Okay. Now, let's read it in the Hebrew first. But you want to take some Hebrew or La? All right, so I'm going to start Malachi 1 and 3. Now, let me, this will be good just since I got it up here. Just to do it right here from the phone as well. Wa'atha, Aishawa, Salaki. Wa'atha, Slaki. This is wa'ath. I don't know if y'all can see this. Let me bring it over here. Wa'ath. Ath is a word in Hebrew that means, it doesn't have a word meaning, but it's used to show direction, that is talking specifically about a person. And our language is not a language where you can sneak this somebody. Yeah, our language is slang, but it's not a cowardly language. You can't just sneak this somebody. You got to be specific. You come and think about being an Israelite. Somebody, well, you in a club, you jamming. Nigga come in the club talking about, I lay, how can I say it? You know this is a good example too. It's whatever. They were like, who are you talking to? Even if he didn't say I beat everybody's ass, if he just stepped in the middle of the floor and said, nigga, listen, look, it's whatever. It's whatever. it don't matter who I'm talking to, it's whatever. Imagine the music cut off, a nigga in the middle of the floor, like, listen, it's whatever. Y'all already know what's up, it's whatever. They're like, who are we talking to? That's because it's not sweet in Israel, all right? You can't sneak this. You can't say, is a cat in red, he's a sucker. Because if you're gonna bring drama, that's the only thing I'm gonna say. Especially if it's more than one person with a red shirt. So ath is the word that's used to show direction. Is used as specifically or directly, meaning that's not the word. It doesn't have a word meaning, but it shows direction. It says specifically these people, or only this people, or only this person. All right. So wa'ath, Aishal, which is Esau. Okay. Shana'athia, okay, which is hated, with which is in this character is past tense. I said in this character. This context is past tense. It has thayah on it. I want this damn thing to stop doing it. It has thayah at the end of it. So it says wa'ath, and specifically or indirectly, and remember it doesn't have a word meaning, it's just showing direction. Or in this case you can say and only, right? And specifically or directly talking about this person. And Esau, Shanaathia, or Shanathia would be the better way to say it. Because Thiyah at the end is letting you know it's saying I. So hated I. And Esau hated I. I don't know if y'all can see this. And Esau, wa'ath Aishah. This one is showing direction that is specifically talking about Esau. And Esau hated I. Salaki, I couldn't see it. Wa'ashim ath Harwan. Salaki. Ath, Salaki, it's not Harwan, it's Haryawa. Ath, I don't know if y'all can see this. Ath Haryawa. I'm glad y'all got it on the other side so y'all can specifically see it. Ath Haryawa. Specifically, or is showing direction to his mountains. Haryawa. Okay? Shamama. Wa'ath na Nachal or Nachalafwa. Alright? La. So like I gotta pull it away so I can see it because I'm trying to see it through the screen. La Thanawath Madabar. Okay? And laid his mountains and heritage waste for the dragons of the wilderness. Okay? But he said Esau hated I at the end. Okay? Now, verse 2. If we go up, Ahabthia, loved I, Ath come, specifically your or you, but it's plural. Damn, y'all can't even see it. So lock it. Ahab Thea. I've come. Amar Yahweh. Ath showing direction. Ath is over here showing direction. Ahab is love. Thea. I. Loved I. I've come. Specifically or directly. You. But the you is plural because the nation of Israel is more than one person. Love you, said the Lord. The Lord specifically said he loved us or showed direction only towards us. Right? That's what he said. Now, there's more to it. To the verse, I'll just read it in Hebrew. In English, is right here. And loved you, saith the Lord. Look, and yet ye say, wherein hast thou loved us? Was not Esau Jacob's brother, saith the Lord? Yet I love Jacob. Now, this is what I wanted to show you. Now, Yahweh declared Ahab, declared the Lord, and loved specifically Yahweh. Dang, y'all can't even see, I'm all the way off. But this is the Lord's name. He declared the Lord and loved Yahweh and loved Jacob. And right after that, he said, Wa'ath Ishal, Shanathia, and hated, and Esau hated I. You can't deny this, right? The reason why I wanted to show you this is you're going to see this in a lot of scriptures, okay? You're going to see the tenses. That was a tense that I just showed you. Remember we did for y'all last week. For I, all right? This might have been the first week for I, past tense. So you're going to see what we're saying in the scriptures. Just like if I went to a parium, you would see I or I am. And the reason why I'm bringing it out is because of this. You can't deny. Just like they can't deny that the oppressor is who the Lord hates. You can't deny what you're going to see. So I wanted to go into these connectors because they're the really easiest to understand. You're going to have to really study the tenses. But it's good that we have the tenses. So now let's go into these so you can understand. So you can be able to identify what you're looking at. Just like if you didn't know the tenses, you would know that the ya at the end meant I am, but past tense. So this I at the beginning of a root word, and another good thing is when you see the ya is a part of the word, but it's not the word. It's not the root word. The root word was shana, which means hated, or ahab. All right, ahab, the ya is just like we did in the example, it's the tense. So the same way the tenses are connected to the root word is the same way the beginning connectors are connected to the root word and the ending connectors, meaning the letters that have word meanings. All right, so everybody should have this one, the I or I am. Aparium. Now, it would have been great to go into this scripture, but I wanted to prove that you're going to see it. You're going to see it, and it's going to be easy to identify, just like the character Y. Now, I know y'all couldn't see on the screen what I was doing the whole time, but the character Y is at the beginning, and you'll start to identify and it'll be easy for you to understand. So let's keep going. Lucky, y'all know I did a whole lot with that scripture, right? Especially with the Hebrew, I was trying to show it. I kept being off the screen. I was trying to show y'all how we speak and how we talk, okay? And the fact that you will see it like this in the Bible. All right. The next character is the character Ba. Character Ba, which means in. Is its main usage. It means in. It's also used as at. It's also used as by. Okay? It's also used as on. And it's also used as with. But it's used very rarely as with. because we have a word for with. But in slang, you can still use it as with. I'm at this place. I'm on, your step. I'm in your house. I'm by Barzal. I'm with Barzal. Why would you be by a brother or by a sister? Because you're with that sister. Why would you be by your house? Because that's your house, your car. Or the store, I'm by such and such, but I'm with such and such, all right? So the character by, I'm in the house, I'm at the crib, in an act. I'm by, I'm with, I'm on. All right? Let's keep going. So now, everybody should have that. Let's go on to the next one, right? It's the character da. Now the character da, I haven't seen used frequently, but it is used as the character da when it's at the beginning of a root word. It means do. Lock you. Making the damn thing. It means do. Now, like I said, I haven't seen it frequently used. Oops, I'm gonna put this in the middle of the screen. I haven't seen it frequently used this way. I mean, I haven't seen it a lot. I haven't seen it used too much like this. But this is the meaning. It is slang. Do. To do or make. Character da. Okay? When it's at the beginning of a root word. Can I get a time check?
Oh God, 8:10.
8:10. Okay, so we probably gonna get through all of this. Then I probably can give y'all some extra words. I think I gave y'all last week, let y'all look at who, what, when, where, and why, and all that. I believe we did. Well, I'll go over it today as well. So the next character that you're probably going to see a ton is the character ha. And a lot of these characters, we use these more than anything. Ha, wa, ba, ma, those three I would have to say, and la. Those specific ones we use all the time. Ha, the character ha means the. You see it at the beginning of a root word. The is also used as of. Any questions in the room? Let me take some questions while we're doing this. Just like we got Hafasat coming up. Hapasak. Is it Pasak with a K or Ka? Ka. Hapasak. Right? Which is the Passover. It's Passover. Sak. I can actually look it up too just to make sure. Feast of the Passover. You had a question? Oh, no questions. All right, I just wanted to make sure. All right, boom. Let me go in here and check it out. Any questions online, Barzal? All right. Boom. Got the sock. All right. So, Passover, which is pronounced, is how you write it. Pronunciation, Pasak. All right. But ha at the beginning is saying the Passover. I think we all understood that. Ha is pretty easy. It only really got one use. Also, got to put this up there. It also forms a question when it's at the beginning of a sentence or a phrase. All right, it forms a question to let you know somebody's asking a question or this is a question. Okay. Just like let's say, it's our holy day. It's always the ish, man. Every time the season come around, it's always the ish. And the brother say Passover, meaning he didn't say it was a question, but the way he asked it was a question. Like the such and such, which is lets you know that the word the in our language can be used as the way you form a question. Or you might say of what. So you get the context that all this makes sense. You like the such and such, the car, the this, like you asking a question. Or you might be saying something. They'd be like, of what? Of who? So it's in the same category. We all get it. All right. So now let's go on to the next one. And what I love about our language is we get the culture from learning our language. Because you get to break down what the Bible's saying and how they meant it, which is the most important part. How did we say or what did we mean when we said it? Which is the context. So many people don't understand the biggest conversation that was misunderstood because it was slang from two black men having a conversation was Jesus Christ and Nicodemus. I think that was his name, right? What was the cat name? Nicodemus? Right? They miss John 3:16. They can't understand it because it's slang. They don't know what these two black men were saying. These two Israelite men were saying. They don't get it. And when he said the word, he ain't talking about, when do we ever care about the heathens? That's that Christianity, man. The Christiana crack. God damn. All right, let's do character walk. All right, this is the character Y, and this Y, character Y, or the letter Y, as they would say in English, it has so many meanings. Okay, one of the main meanings, I'm gonna move these two out the way, something back here. The main meaning is and. And, A-N-D. Okay, that's one. The next way it's used as is but. Now, it ain't the, but has a root word. It's a ball. Word a ball. All right? That's the actual root word for but. So this is just a slang way to say but. Instead of saying a ball, just use the character Y at the beginning of a root word. Instead of saying a ball. Okay? But it's used as but. Next is used as then. Then we did this, and we did this, and we did that, then we did this. I almost said then, right after I said and. But I was trying to still say and because these two words, they the same. We did this, then we did that, and we did this, then we did that. Easy, right? Now, also what you're going to see in the Bible is moreover, right? All those old Quaker English words. Moreover, nevertheless, right? Nevertheless, what's another one? Notwithstanding, okay? Notwithstanding, all those old Quaker English words, that comes from the character what. notwithstanding, moreover, nevertheless, now therefore, it's another good one. Now therefore, and how do we know that it means all these things? It means all these things. How do we know that? It's only one way to know, and that's to read the Bible in the Hebrew. And see where it says, now therefore, what character is it? What's the word? Let's try that. Let's try that for a second. Let's look up, let's do now therefore. See if we can find that. Barzal, if you can find nevertheless or moreover, one of those. I think I'm spelling it wrong because I don't know if it's together or not together. All one word or not. We don't even speak the proper English. Let's see notwithstanding. See if I can find that. Okay, here we go. Exodus 16 and 20, back in Egypt. Okay. I'll read it in Hebrew. And then if you can pull up Exodus 16 and 20 on that computer. I'm going to read it in Hebrew. I'm going to try to put it right here for y'all. Okay. I might got to come on the other side of this so I can see it clearly. All right. Exodus 16 and 20 in the Hebrew. Wala'ah. Shamaywa. Al-Masha. Waya. Why Yawatharwa Anashim Mamanawa I Bakwar Wayara Wayarum Tha Walayum Waya Baash Waya Kwatazak Al-Hum Masha. All right, and this is Exodus 16 and 20. Remember, this is the character Y that we're looking at. This is it right here. The character Y, this is it right here. You can make it big if you want. So like, you make it big for me? Here we go. I just need you to go there and take the little, you took the dots off? My brother. It's 16 and 20. 16 and 20. But while he's pulling that, you can see it right here, the character Y. It said, now let me read it to you in English. Notwithstanding, they hearken not unto Moses. Notwithstanding, they hearken not. Notwithstanding, they hearken not. Notwithstanding, they hearken not. Wa la'ah. Shamaywa. Now let me break it down for you. Wa, notwithstanding, la'ah shamaywa. Hearken not they. That wa at the end of the root word means they. Remember, we went over the tenses. Remember that? And I told you, I said, you're not always going to see ya at the beginning and y at the end. Most of the time, you're just going to see the character wa, because our language is a slang language. So wa la'ah, or let me separate it so you can understand it. Wa la'ah shamaywa. Wa la'ah shamaywa. Notwithstanding, la'ah, not shamai, hearken, wa they. They hearken not. Wa la'ah shamaywa. It's like you can make me bigger again. You can still keep it on the side though. I want to just put this up so they can see it. Boom, boom, boom. Perfect. So, what side are we on? So, let me see if I can get it over here. Wa la'ah dash Shemai and then the character Y. So you got two connectors. You got Y and you got Y at the end. Something telling me to come over here with it. Barzo, you can take that off of there. I'm gonna just put it up here because I want everybody to be able to see it. It was pointless. Do it. So Y La A dash Shemai Y. Okay. So you got two connectors on there. One is the beginning connector, that's the character Y, and one is the ending connector, which is the character Y. So it's saying, now therefore, notwithstanding all that down here, and then it's saying not, and then hearken is this word right here. It's the root word, hearken. Not hearken, and then Y at the end means they. Now therefore, notwithstanding, not hearken they. Notwithstanding, they hearken not unto Moses. Al Mashah. They hearken not unto Moses. Let me try to put it on the other side of the board too, just to see. I know that side is a little dark. Way we can make this a little bit lighter. Try to move it in just a little bit more, try to get it some light. All right. Notwithstanding, they hearken not unto Moses. Why? La Shemai. Why? Notwithstanding, la not Shemai hearken. Why they? I know how I did it. It's completely jammed up. I wrote it over here. But I'm trying to get it so that we understand what we seeing and what we're doing. Let's keep going. Character Yah. The character Yah. Like I said, I know I went through a whole thing in the beginning trying to show y'all that we're going to see it. But that's the most important part because you have to read it. You got to see it to know what you're looking at. Which is why I decided to do the connectors right after the tenses because that's what we're going to see. It's the character Yah. Character Yah at the beginning of a root word means he. It is also used as a future tense to say he will. And I forgot to put this. When it's saying he, that he is also just an identifier. Just to show the person that it's talking about. A lot of times you see Yah, and then afterwards you'll see the person's name. Like the word Waya Amar, or the phrase Wa Ya, and then the root word Amar. Waya Amar. And he, which is not, I'm putting it in parentheses because it's not a part of, it's not saying this. Said. And said, Masha, which I'll put down here. Masha. Waya Amar Masha. This he is indicating that it's talking about Moses. Masha, which is Moses. All right. Masha. So, and Moses said, what I just wrote on the board is, and Moses said. I don't know if y'all can see it because of the light. Try to get some of the light off of there. Let's see if I can turn it this way or something like that and just bring it over. Seems to me like it just makes it a little bit darker when I do that. So Masha, there we go. Masha is Moses. So Waya Amar Masha is and Moses said. It's not and he said Moses. And Moses he said. It's not saying that. It's saying and Moses said. That he is just to identify the person that it's talking about. I should have put that in there as well. I didn't even put that in my lesson that I did, that I put out online. And since you can actually sit in the back too, you need to on the couch. You can sit right back there. You ain't feeling too well. All right, so now, let's do this. Let's do the character Ka. Let's do the character Ka. Okay. The character Ka means as, and it also means like. It's also used as like. As and like. I'll give you an example. Ka Salak now. Remember that in the Lord's Prayer? The thunder now will come. Ka, your woman. Masalak now. Kawawaf now. Ka Salak now. That character Ka and the word Ka Salak now. It's two connectors. One is an ending connector, which is Nawa, and the other one is a beginning connector. I think I'm using my marker a little too much. It's starting to fade on me. Salak is the actual root word. That's the root word, Salak. All in there. I gotta figure out a way to do this to where as though it's not, jamming it up. Salak is the root word. Salak is that, right? Salak is forgive or excuse me, right? So the word salak, and how we say salak here, I put a ka, it is cha. All right, salak, like how we say salak here, meaning excuse me or forgive me. So forgive, also excuse. Okay? So in this case, this is as forgive. So like, let me put it up here. It's all the way at the bottom, you won't be able to see it. So ka, meaning as, salak. About to do it again. Hold on. Back to my good marker. Salak, as forgive, and then nawa, as we forgive. As forgive we, as forgive us. Remember, because the character nawa, which we're going to do on the ending connectors, means we, means us, and it means our. Our debt, us, we're debtors, we forgive. Forgive us, forgive our. As forgive we, as we forgive. Okay? That will be done in earth as it is in heaven. Okay? Thy will be done. Salaki, thy kingdom come. Hold on, somebody called me. Hey, Shalom on Christ. Go ahead. Huh? No, I didn't go through it. But I'm going to call you back. I'm doing a class. All right, no sweat. All right, Lord Christ. All right, big shout out to Officer Yawaz. Okay. Boom, boom. Boom. As we forgive. Oh, Salaki. Put that in the wrong place. We forgive. Okay. Salaki, I forgot what I was just saying before the brother called me. But I wanted to go into as it is in heaven. Okay? When we say Ba'aratazah in earth, Kawal, Hayah, Bashamayah. Kawal is as, and remember the present tense. Now this is a good one because we just did the tenses. So this is a good one, right? Remember, present tense was what? Why in between the first two characters. So the character ka is the word as. There aren't any other characters. So it still goes between it. Even if it was more characters, it goes behind the first character. In between the first two characters, right? So kawal, as, and this is the present tense. All right? Just abbreviate it because I ran out of space. As presently, Ba'aratazah, Kawal, Hayah, as it is in heaven. All right? Remember, Hayah is the verb to be. Okay? As it is, thy will be done as it be in heaven. So as present tense, you can say it's, or it is, or it be. And then ba shamayim. Ba shamayim. It's lucky if I have my handwriting is, y'all. I'm not supposed to do my own personal handwriting up in the class. Let me fix these. Make it. There we go. Ba shamayim. I know it's fading on y'all marker. Which is in heaven. The character ba, once again, you see it right here. And then the word shamayim, which is heaven, which we already broke down. All right, because Shah is pertaining to, and then Mayim is waters. As it is in heaven, like it is in heaven, like it be in heaven, like it is in heaven, as it is in heaven, as it be in heaven. All right. Y'all a second to copy that down. Big shout out to everybody that's online. All right, we're going to keep on going. Everybody should be able to screenshot it or, write it down. Should be good. Okay, so let's keep going. I'm going to give this marker a rest. I'm going to try to vibe with these two or try to spirit on these markers. Okay, that's you. I forgot. I've been meaning to call you about that too, Barzal. Listen, I was just in the crib saying, did I get Barzal them pants and his friends up that he asked me for? Yeah, brother asked me to put some fringes on his pants. I did the damn job. Put it in the school. Forgot to tell him, brother. He looked at him like, oh, these. thinking about it for like 2 days. I'm like, yeah, I called Barzal. But they've been here since, what? They've been here for a minute. At least since probably a whole week. Since last Friday. I mean, it's last Friday. It's the last class. All right, let's keep going. Let's do the character la. Character la. Now, the character la, when it's at the beginning of a root word, means to. Of course, in Old Clicker English, it means unto. You already know that. We don't even say those words. I ain't been unto nowhere, but I've been to a lot of places. All right. It's also used as of. Okay. Of is of. The actual root word for of, I keep telling y'all, that is a root word for of is shall. S-H-A-L. Character shall and character la. It's shall. Just so y'all know. But there's no need to keep saying shall. I got to do la shall something. You know, or shall in another word. And it's not needed. Where I can just use of where it's already assumed inside of what I'm saying. Okay? The shall is the root word for of, just so y'all know. All right? Damn, I'm still using a good mark. I meant to put that thing down. Use these other ones. Brother still looking at it. Yeah, it's a walk beside Christ. Yep, the official joint. It shouldn't go nowhere. All right, so, but of is something that's assumed. It's like saying to somewhere. It's dependent on the context of which one you use. If the of is ha, if the of is la, or if of is ma. Okay? It's the only that, it just depends on the context. This one is, let me see. That a lot of times if you read the Torah or Tanakh on the high holy days, you see the word la darav, or what I call la darav yakum. All right. It might be I doubt it though, but I think the word is darav, and then ya, and then I was supposed to put yakum or yakah. Okay. Yah as the connector. All right. I forgot to tell y'all that Yah is in between two different words or a character and a tense. Or forget, there's so many ways. Tenses, ending connectors, all that. It's used as a connector. Yah is a connector to connect the subject to the pronoun. The subject to the preposition. Okay? The thing being talked about to the preposition. All right. So this would be to, and then or unto, and derive, and then yah as a connector, and then come, meaning your masculine plural. All right. Let me step out the way. I don't even know if y'all can see that. I'm in the way of the light. Everybody should have it. So now let's keep going. All right. So the next character is the character ma. I think I did skip. I skipped nah. No, I actually did it on the witch call. I think I did do nah on my lesson online. On the Hebrew channel. Y'all check out my Hebrew channel too for the school, man. Isupk. even though the name of the channel doesn't have Isupk in it. It's the Hebrew Tongue YouTube channel. Salaki. It says Hebrew Tongue right now. It's the Holy Tongue YouTube channel. I'm gonna make sure I change it tonight. Y'all check out the Holy Tongue YouTube channel where I'm doing all these lessons, but they shorter, like 10 minutes. I don't think I'm gonna do nothing longer than 15 minutes ever. Most of them is in between 5 and 10 minutes. They're just short lessons, straight to the point. You know what I mean? Because, you know, we go through a lot in the class, do different things, but the lesson is going to be real short and straight to the point. Y'all check out the Holy Tongue YouTube channel. I got to change the name right now. It says Hebrew Tongue, but it's actually the Holy Tongue YouTube channel, all right? That's a shameless plug, my YouTube channel, bro. So, hey, in the middle of the class. All right, so the character ma means from. It's used as from, and it's on the beginning of a root word. It's also used as of. I know these markers running out. Trying to, you know, get them to last. So the character ma means from or of. Okay, just like I said with the waters of waters, mayam. I can do this. I can, since I already put it up on the board, I guess I can do it now. Mayam. All right. Waters. Okay. Pertaining to the waters. Right. Bashamayim. Mayam is the word for waters. All right. This one going for real. So, but the character ma is from or of, okay? So mayam is waters, ma is of. Let me see, what do we say ma? We use we said from, think of a scripture that it said ma something. Ma or from something. From the east, is that in the scripture? From the east. I believe might be talking about the garden or the people, you know, the heathens that was outside the garden. But talking about he came from the east.
Matthew 24:27.
Hold on, let me see. Can you read it for me?
Come on, Kyle. It's the book of Matthew, chapter 24, verse 27. For as the lightning cometh out of the east and shineth even unto the west.
I got one for you, right? This is what I was talking about. Genesis 11 and 2. You can put that on the screen. But it came to pass as they journeyed from the east, they found a plain in the land of Shinar, and they dwelt there. Talking about when they did the Tower of Babel. Jesus. Genesis 11 and 2. I got Tower. There's some oil on these hands, boy. You know, listen, General did a class yesterday. He said you forget to put on deodorant to vex your mind. Listen, let an Israelite be ashy. My God. You're going to beat somebody the hell up. You put those damn, listen, the kids, boy. Like he said back in the day, boy, your mama, you better put some damn lotion on them. You know what I mean? On your face, on your hand. Back in the day, you know you was a baby. They tell you put the lotion on your chest. Damn. Put lotion on your chest. This is a baby. You do a baby like it's lotion on your chest. That's a bar, okay? Damn. So, of ashiness, mom. You don't want to be of ashiness. All right. So now, when they travel from the east, I'll read it in Hebrew. Wahaya banasa aima salaki banasa aim ma kwadam waya mata zaawo ba kwa aiha Ba Arataza Shanair Waya Shabwa Shon. All right. Go to the word Quidum. I think Quidum is east, and Maquidum is the word from the east. If you can go to it, click on that for me. East. Yeah, and if you can make us, click on Maquidum. Yeah. No, wait, we just gonna pass it. There you go. Yeah, click that word. Does it do anything when you click it? All right, well, scroll down. Oh, wait, slide. Oh, you was on something else. Damn. There you go. Maquidum. Scroll down. And let's see what comes up. Let me know when you get to the word. It should tell you. What it say? Maquidum. I'm saying, what does the English say? Oh, Slovakia. From the east. There you go. Quidum, east. Uh-oh. Found a word for east, y'all. Quidum. That gotta be a brother's name. Quidum. Now, ma at the beginning is from. And this is why I went to the scriptures before. I know I did that whole little long thing about the scriptures and went and we read it. But this is the reason why, because you actually going to see it. So, and I wanted to show two things that the Lord definitely said he hated Esau. That was not a joke. He said it. In his own words, he said it. So, it can't be denied. And that's the thing about Hebrew, is people will try to deny Hebrew, but you can see it. It's like they can't exactly go against it, even though they do. How you gonna go against the Hebrew when it's right there in front of your face? It's like the oppressor would try to say that the Lord did not say he hated Esau when he did. So east. If y'all notice, it didn't say Mahaquidum. It didn't say this right here. Mahaquidum. It didn't say Mahaquidum. It didn't say that. It didn't say from the and then east. You know why? Because our language is slang. You don't have to say the. You don't have to say east. Now, that was the word the. You don't have to say the word of. So if we didn't have to say the, how much more don't we have to say of? That's why you don't even know that the word of, the actual word of is shall. What? That the actual word of is shall. Because who in the hell is going to use it? Now, maybe you're really getting smart, but you might throw it in your face. That's why you ain't of this house no more. You ain't shall, something kicking you out. You know what I mean? Because it's the same thing in Israel. I don't think y'all even do that. Sisters, don't think y'all did not do that in Israel. Y'all definitely did. Your stepdaddies in Israel. How you know? Because Christ had to battle that men and women should stay together. Not that they should divorce, but they should stay together. This means it was stepdaddies in Israel. Just keep it a being. After you smash her, and you done with her, and y'all can't get along, you give her that IUIC, bill of divorce, and you move on to the next one, huh? Or you just forget about her since you got so many more. Christ had to say that's not how it should be. But a weak man, he'll just toss the broad away. He won't even give a damn. You freeing him anyway. See, that was the man thou art loose bill. Brothers was doing that to get away from the broad. Especially when you get that new thing. Oh my God. You get that new thing. You like, bye-bye, holla at you. I'm being with her or not. Of course, that'll tear a sister apart because sisters aren't naturally promiscuous, whores like they are today. That was in our land. When we was in we were ba Quadam. We were in the east. So I'm glad I just said it, right? Maquadam, let's put this up here as an example. Maquadam is from the east, right? From, does are going to be in parentheses because it's not needed. Well, okay, not to say it's not needed, it just wasn't said, right? It wasn't needed to be said. But same way you got Maquadam, if you do Ba Quadam, it's in. Does in parentheses because it wasn't needed to be written or said. In the east. Ba Quadam. Same thing. What if I use Quadam, and the east? I don't gotta say Mahakwadam, Bahakwadam, Wahakwadam. That's our language. This is our language. We can't nobody dispute it. Because it's written this way. You can't dispute that the Bible was written in slang. If somebody tries to dispute that, they're liars. And they're going to find out that what they thought was wrong. Because it's right there in front of their face. The oppressor will try to deny us as Israelites. He just can't. So you know what he does? He bans you. Shadow ban. Why go through all the, hey, I don't, why we got to go to that scripture? Or why, I know it says it's black. I know it says it's black, but why do all that? When you run the internet, just ban it. Just block them off the internet. That's our oppressor. Because he could cheat us, just like our brother said to me when we was in South Philly. He said, they could beat us, but they can't, they could cheat us, but they can't beat us. You know them old school sayings. They can cheat us, but they can't beat us. That's a fact. The oppressor can cheat you, he just can't beat you. That was 100. I get a brother a hand for that, man. Give my hand for that. That was 100 saying, you know what I mean? They can cheat you, they just can't beat you. And the problem is, if they could beat you, they wouldn't even cheat you. Ain't that the craziest part? America, the people that America can beat, it really don't even cheat. It just overpower. Just go and take all your oil, shoot you up. That's about it. It just wipe you off the map with a bomb. But this right here, because it needs its captives, it just got to cheat them. We don't want them rising up. We don't want to get rid of them because I don't want to work. So just, ban them off the internet. Let's do the next character. The next character is going to be real quick and simple. The character 9. Character 9. Character 9, when it's at the beginning of a root word. Once again, this is not really, I really don't want to put this in the tenses. I mean, in the connecting words or connecting characters, because it's really a tense. But I'll just tell y'all what it means. It means we. When it's at the beginning of a root word, we, us, or our. I believe it's future tense to say we will. Okay? So this is a tense. It's not really a connector. But it's good just because it's used. All right? I just give it to y'all since I put it up on the board. Okay? All right, but let's keep going. We, us, our. But it's a tense. It's a connector, but it's a tense. It's not really a connector. Meaning, a tense meaning past, present, or future tense. Y'all know, I just gotta explain it for the sake of the class. Past, present, or future tense. These words that I'm saying, and of, it ain't gonna change the tense. But if I put na at the beginning of a root word, it'll change the tense of it. It'll change it from we went basketball yesterday to play basketball yesterday to we will go play basketball yesterday, which will mess it up. Like, what? You drunk, man? Yeah, we gonna go play basketball yesterday. Like, something wrong with that, brother. So now let's keep going. Character shine, which we did already. Character shine. Okay. Now, I know I gave this to y'all already. Means which. It also is used as that, and is also used as pertaining to. I messed this up. Pertaining to. Pertaining to. Pertaining to the scriptures, you put the character shah in front. Which of this, okay? Which said to Moses, which said, no, that would be shah, character shah. Okay? And that is very rare. This one right here is very rare. Okay? But it is a slang, so we do have to put it in there. But it's very rare. Some of these that you're going to see is rarely used that way. It's like when I said with. With is very, very rare as the character Bob. But because we used it as a slang, we have to teach it. Because we used it. Even though it's thousands of years old. And it's not the main way that somebody would say it, it's slang. We have a slang language, and this is the slang of the slang language. So that is very rare, just like with was very rare. Which one? There's a few that's used. Let me see. Ma being used as of. That's now it ain't that rare, but is a lot more. Is it wa is always used? La is definitely always used. So ha and la, they definitely always used as of. Ain't got to worry about that. Ma is the third one. None of the other ones are used as of. Okay, the character da, when it's used as do, that's very rare, but it is in our language. That's how we used it, and it has to be taught. It might surface up again from us in Isupk. We might surface it, bring it back into life, because it was in rotation at one point. It might come back. That's the point of this class. Now, can I get a time check?
9:01.
Damn, it's 9:01. God damn it, I was thinking about doing some more. All right, y'all. Guess I gotta wrap it up. Damn it. Wrap it the hell up. Hey, just when I was getting into it, too. I was ready to do which one and get, who that. All right, y'all, listen. God damn it. It's 9:01, we already late. I can't even go into what I wanted to go into. So, with that being said, I hope y'all enjoyed the class. Make sure y'all check out my shameless plug this again. All right. Right now, this is what it's called right now. It's called Hebrew tongue right now, but I'm gonna change it to Holy Tongue. All right. It's called Hebrew tongue right now, but it will be called the Holy Tongue YouTube channel. Okay. Holy Tongue YouTube channel. Also, stay tuned. I'm working on a few different things for the school, man. Some kids, cartoons and stuff like that. It's gonna be the YouTube channel gonna be called Jew Babies, and another one for Israel called Israelite Kids. Still working on them, so I ain't gonna say nothing more about them. But we gotta have something for the babies, man. We're gonna teach them the Hebrew, keep them quiet mainly, because that's, how we do. Our babies, boy, they're alive. And they full of life, and that's that. But check me out, Holy Tongue YouTube channel. If you type it in right now, it's called Hebrew Tongue. But I'm going to go ahead, I'm going to pass the class off. Hold on, Salakia. Got to do my outro. Shalom Yashala, Ayakwataziyan Mara, Ma Warka, Kaya Hayawam, Anya. Anya Ibar Al La Barzar Rakah. Shalom, Israel. Shalom Israel. I'm Priest Officer Mariah. I'm Officer Mariah, teacher for the day. I'm going to pass the class over to Marzal.
Let's get a picture of Officer Mariah on my head.
All right.
As I ask you to take security announcements, you got to ask you to take welcome new brothers and sisters. When a new brother and sister comes into the school, they are all members for 6 months. They are to be saluted on. They are here to shed themselves of the world. If they need transportation, the teacher will arrange it. So after 6 months, if a brother or sister has an interest in a particular person, he or she must get permission from the head to speak to a brother or sister. There's another 6 months in which the brother and sister will court each other. After this 6-month period, the brother and sister with the permission from the head be married. Ties, which is a commandment, we read about it in the book of Numbers, chapter 18, verse 21. Also the book of Malachi, chapter 3, verses 8 to 10. My actually need 10% Hebrew. 10% in every penny of any increase the Lord gives to the treasury department. Priest farm food will offer to the priest, not mandatory, but an amount we would like to give of the coming holy convocation will be Passover.
Right?
It will be in North Carolina, holding it down from the 7th day of every week, Friday sundown until Saturday sundown. And we'll read about this in the book of Genesis, chapter 2 and 3, in the book of Exodus 20, verses 8 through 11, in the book of Leviticus, chapter 23 and verse 3. For my Akim and I check the bulletin board in the hallway. If any brother wants to be a trooper in the school, starts to wear all black, boot, shirt, pants, headband, on scarf, and with that, I advise, which means just the stands, just the brothers.
Let's do the Lord's Prayer.
Come. Upon Wa'al Adum, Sar, upon Wa'al Adum, which means turn to face the east. It's like, if you could stand, Sar, upon Wa'al Adum, which means turn to face the east.
I'll put your shirt down, sis.
We're going to say the Lord's Prayer in Hebrew, and then translate it to English. Repeat after me. Abanah, Shabbat Shemayim, Hadash, Hayah, Shamkah, Yahweh, Lapaka, Taba'ah, Zaka, Hayah, Aisha, Arataza, Hayah, Ashemaya, Thundernow, Come, Yawah, Wasalak now, Wawak now, Our Father, which art in heaven,
hallowed be thy name. Thy kingdom come. Thy will be done. In earth as it is in heaven. Give us this day our daily bread. Forgive us our debts. As we forgive our debtors. Lead us not into temptation. But deliver us from evil. For thine is the kingdom. And the power. And the glory. Forever. So be.
Sorry, be concerned. Sisters, Isupk, which means to be seated, brothers remain standing. Men of Israel, we're going to get a brother's courteous salute. Men of Israel, Ahmad Shabbat, Ahmad, Barak, Yahweh, Hashem, Yahushua, Barak, Yazmatah, which means hands down, sorry, turn to face the sisters. Sisters, now you can Ahmad, which means to stand. Sisters, Ahmad Shabbat, will lead your feet at a 45-degree angle. The right hand clasped over your left. When we say Barak, with the open hand, smack your chest and say the salute back to the brothers. Men of Israel, we're going to give sisters a courteous salute. Men of Israel, Ahmad Shabbat, Ahmad, Barak, Yahweh, Shemar, Hashem, Yahushua. Repeat after me. Yahweh, Shemar, Hashem, Yahushua. We just said, may Christ watch over you, may the Lord watch over you in the name of Christ. Yahweh, hands down, class dismissed.
Shalom Israel, Dawada for tuning in, everybody. Not let nobody oppress you on the Sabbath. It's our Sabbath. Go ahead and enjoy that Sabbath, man. Shalom Israel, Dawada for tuning in.